Hey y'all. So it's been an interesting weekend. I had a long day yesterday, and that's why I didn't post on Saturday as I've been doing. And then I've been running around doing certain things. I've been doing errands for a friend that needs it, and I thought about different things that I'd like to talk about. And one of the things that I'll get to that I would consider talking about tonight, but I think I'm going to put off to next week, was the cost of acting, because I was thinking about the actual monetary value, the things that you have to pay for as an actor, and it led me around to the emotional toll, which is I think where I've landed. I've landed on two things primarily, just simply that choosing artistry, for lack of a better word, whether it's acting or music or directing or writing, can take a significant toll on somebody's family life, on their personal life in general, um, and the particular kind of sacrifices, because I've talked about how when certain things come up, it's hard to keep like a regular job as an actor. But one thing I haven't really touched on is that it's hard to see your family. Um, it's really a challenge to live in LA and get to see my parents on a yearly basis, which is that's how often I try to see my parents. I try to see them every year. Um, I moved from Texas when I was 19, and they liked it because I do have a sister out here, and so there was a bit of a feeling that at least we could take care of each other. Um, so they're happy to have us close together. But almost every time I talk to my mom, it's hard for her not to bring up job opportunities in Texas as a counselor, especially. And it's hard because my family is very supportive. I'm incredibly lucky. They don't understand what the hell I'm doing, but they love me, and they accept that's what I've chosen to do because they know I'm too stubborn to do anything about it. um, that being said, yeah, they have no idea what I'm doing, and that scares them. It scares them a lot. It's I'm explaining these things to everybody. My parents don't even fully understand what I do, and I don't blame them because I'm in a situation where, hey, if I'm lucky, I do something like I did last month, where I get paid fairly well to work really hard, and then you go through a dry spell and you have to do things like Lyft and Uber, and you can't keep a safety job to save your life, and then it's hard to afford to see them for Christmas. So I guess the reason I bring it up has to do with um, those kind of family concerns. Those, well, what if something happens? I happen to have older parents. My mom had me when she was 36, um, and now my parents are officially in their mid to late 60s, and I have to deal with the fact that sometimes they get sick, and especially when anything like that happens, it's really jarring. It's really hard to look and go, oh man, what if you weren't able to make it in time? My mom had an issue earlier this year, and she had to have surgery, and I was still working Amazon at the time, and my parents basically helped me come visit, and just visit for the weekend because I couldn't afford the hours off. Um, and this was it's a hard thing to deal with. It's just that the kind of sacrifices is when you're choosing to be away from your family is just very different. then if at least it made sense. Because there's no proof that you'll get reward. There's no proof that you'll find success or happiness. I mean, all you have is your gut, is your feeling. And I mean, that's not scientific. That's not something I can show to somebody on paper. I have very little evidence to say that, this is going well enough that it deserves chasing, except my gut and my stubbornness. And my mom's doing really well, and that's not my purpose in this. I got reminded of it because of what a fellow actor is going through. And I don't know. I wanted to share it because I felt like the thing that I wanted to say. Because I don't know. I know I get into areas of time where I'm being more direct with you guys on the acting front, where I'm just saying, hey, this is what an actor does, and this is what you have to do, and this is the kind of advice I would give to somebody who is considering starting into it. And this is a little bit more about human to human. We need to have compassion for each other. We need to understand that sometimes even people who are hard to be around are trying, and that everyone that you meet deserves love and care. And that's not always easy to do. Some people aren't easy to love. Most people aren't when you really get to know them, even if it looks like they would be. But it doesn't take that much more if you're in a situation where someone's talking to you. It takes this much more to listen to the words that they're saying and to give someone compassion and to give somebody a smile. I'm not saying give everything to everybody because that's the other end of the spectrum. You can give everything away and not have anything left. But be there for the people around you. If you see somebody having a hard time, struggling, I don't know, be what you would hope someone would be to you. Do unto others. I know this was a little different. I hope you guys have a great night, and I hope that you find a reason to be compassionate and empathetic to someone this week. Have a great night, everybody.